Skip it up and that up. Alright, I gotta talk about Brutal Doom for a second. I have played this doing news videos before, but Brutal Doom is a mod for the original Doom. Okay, I'm not going to go into how you get it to run. I may make a video on it in the future, but whatever. There's Brutal Doom, there's Brutal Doom 2. They just came out with Brutal Doom 64. And as you're seeing with the gameplay, it modernizes Doom. Okay, and you may think that's a bad thing. Oh my God, they're taking away the pure experience of Doom, but it doesn't. I can't explain it. It's just so goddamn good. If you have a PC, I don't even think you really need to have a gaming rig. You could run it on a potato, I think. Go look up Brutal Doom on Google and get it to run. It's pretty damn easy to get to run on a computer. It's not a lot of work. And once you do, it's fun. It's so addicting. I honestly, in my opinion, I love Doom. 2016 Doom is badass. It's a really damn good game. I have to say, I think that the Brutal Doom mods may be slightly better than the new Doom 2016. That's how good this goddamn mod is. If you have a PC, for the love of God, stop watching this video right now. Yes, I'm telling you to stop watching my video and go download it. It's worth it. It's absolutely amazing. And by the way, just out of curiosity, I unfortunately tried using the Xbox 360 controller this time to play Brutal Doom, since it works with a 360 controller out of the box. Yeah, Doom and a gamepad, especially Brutal Doom, don't mix. Use a mouse and keyboard. It's just a much better experience. Anyway, on to today's story. So this story annoys me for a few reasons. One, what the hell were the parents doing? And two, when it comes to kids playing mature rated video games, they either shouldn't or you have to feel out your kid to see how they react to the games. Like my brother, for example, would play Left 4 Dead 2 when he was 8 or 9 years old. He didn't go leave the house, grab a shotgun, and pretend people were zombies and start shooting them. My brother handled that game very well. And a lot of kids can, okay? I know kids that are 9 that play Grand Theft Auto 5. Not my kids, but there are kids that do so, and they're fine as well. I think that game is kind of pushing it, but then again, you could say Left 4 Dead is pushing it because it's full of gore. But whatever, yes, games that are mature should be for adults, but there are instances where a kid has the mental capacity to handle the game and they could play it younger. Like I said, my brother played Left 4 Dead and he didn't go around shooting real humans and pretending they were zombies. Every kid is different. It's up to you as a parent to feel them out to see what they can handle. Well, this kid who's 11 years old that I'm about to talk about, I guess couldn't handle Grand Theft Auto 5, because after he was done playing the game, he decided to take his parents' car out and go on a joyride pretending that he was in the game. I shit you not. Let me explain to you what happened. Now, this happened in Ontario, Canada. There was an 11-year-old kid who was caught driving on Highway 400 after he was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. He thought, hey, what a good idea. Let me actually try to relive Grand Theft Auto 5 by taking my parents' car and going out on the highway. Now, this is coming from Sergeant Kerry Smith of the Ontario Provincial Police. This is what he had to say about the situation. They started receiving reports after 11 p.m. They said they saw a driver. He had erratic movement, and he was just north of Toronto. And I'm quoting him exactly here. Drivers called it in thinking it was probably an impaired driver because the vehicle was all over the highway. Now, this kid got balls of steel. He was driving northbound on Highway 400. All right, and the police say that the driver exited a King Road and then he went back on the highway. This time he's actually going south. That's when an Ontario Provincial Police officer attempted to pull him over. This is what else Sergeant Schmidt had to say about the situation. The vehicle was at first going under the speed limit, about half the speed limit. As the officer tried to get out and talk to this driver, they found out what was going on. Then the vehicle took off again. The kid did a bad dash and took off from the cop. He blew the cops off and started bringing them on a chase. Now the kid went from driving slow to driving over 120 kilometers an hour, which is about 75 miles per hour, which for an 11-year-old kid with no driving experience is pretty goddamn dangerous. The Ontario Provincial Police Department eventually got the kid to stop. They boxed the car in and they brought him to a rolling stop. Sergeant Kerry Schmidt said this about the kid: he had just been finishing playing Grand Theft Auto at home and wanted to find out what it was like to drive a car. According to Sergeant Schmidt, the kid's parents were sleeping at the time he pulled this stunt, so they didn't know what was going on. It wasn't like they just let him walk out the door with keys, so we could go into how much you should blame the parents at this point. Okay, general rule here, and I'm going to say this right now. You shouldn't let your kids play games like Grand Theft Auto 5, all right? Yeah, I know what I just said about my brother playing Left 4 Dead 2 when he was 8 or 9 years old. And like I said, I know kids that are like 8 or 9 that play Grand Theft Auto 5 who don't steal their parents' cars and go out and go on high-speed chases. Okay, so every kid is different, but the problem is that kids are unpredictable. So yeah, you got to really feel your kid out. And honestly, still, I don't recommend it because I'm sure maybe this kid had no other reaction to Grand Theft Auto 5, and his parents are like, all right, he can play the game. His friends at school play it too, so we'll buy him the game. He probably likes playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online, so it's no big deal. He's been fine. And then all of a sudden, because kids are impulsive, their brains aren't developed yet. One night he was like, I wonder what it's really like to drive a car. I've been driving cars in Grand Theft Auto 5 all night. Let me actually go out on the road and see what it's like. Now, most kids won't do this. I get that. But games are rated mature for a reason. So, again, like, for example, look, I played Mortal Kombat when I was a kid. I had the Sega Genesis version, and you could decapitate people, and you could be Sub-Zero and pull people's heads off and pull out their spines as you're doing it. I haven't tried to decapitate anybody, so I turned out okay, and a lot of kids do. But you, as a parent, all I could say is, I know there's a lot of parents who buy their kids mature-rated games, all right? Call of Duty is a perfect example. All the parents buy their kids freaking Call of Duty. You just got to feel out your kid, and I don't recommend buying the mature-rated games, but you know your kid better than anybody, and you just have to be careful. You have to be a parent and see how they react. Are they getting too into it? Is their personality changing? I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not going to go into all that. But you as a parent have a job to do, and you know your kid, and you have to make sure that they're taking these games okay, And honestly, because they're mature-rated games, I know I'm kind of flip-flopping all over the place, but honestly, if they're a mature-rated game, I would say hold off until they're at least like teenagers. At least like teenagers, because kids are very impressionable. For example, a perfect example was a story I did years ago, where, the whole Slender Man thing with the whole, like, creepypasta story thing going on. These two girls were so into Slender Man that they wanted to kill their friend and use their friend as a sacrifice to give to Slender Man. A fictional horror character. All right, they actually planned it. They set it up. They stabbed this girl a whole bunch. She survived, but they stabbed this girl a whole bunch of times because they wanted to give a sacrifice to a fictional horror character. And they were 12 years old. They were horrible little shits. Yes, they're kids, but Jesus Christ, they planned it and went after her. That's just like next level demented, fucked up. But you never know. Kids, like I said, are very impressionable. They besides the fact their brains aren't fully developed, the world is new to them, so they see things more black and white. So, one kid like my brother could play Left 4 Dead and won't go out and try to shoot zombies, and then God forbid the kid next door may play Left 4 Dead 2 and think, my dad has a shotgun. I know the combination to it. He doesn't even realize it. I'm going to go get it out of his safe and go blow people away and pretend they're zombies, and because they just want to see if they can make Left 4 Dead 2 in real life. You just got to be careful, man. I think there's a lot of parents out there who let their kids play mature-rated games, and look, I understand, but we all have to realize that when you do that, because kids, they aren't adults, and their brains don't function like adults, you have to realize that you might be playing with fire. All right, guys, just a quick heads up tonight on Twitch. I'll be just talking tech, talking games. You guys ask a lot of questions, and we sit there and discuss everything in the gaming and tech industries. It's been a lot of fun. I've been doing that more so than gaming, to be honest with you. What I might also do tonight, too, just because I really want to play it, to be honest with you, is stream some Brutal Doom. If I could get it to stream right. Brutal Doom, I think, has given me issues before in the past, but I think I know a way I could capture it and actually stream it on Twitch. So come tonight, check it out on Twitch. I stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I go like really late, past midnight, sometimes a little bit earlier, depending on what else is going on with me. But I always start streaming Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, so you can come check it out. I'll have a link below in the description. As always, guys, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. If you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. It's totally free and helps support the channel. This is Rich signing off. I'll see you guys at Twitch at 9 p.m. Have a good one.